Hello everyone and welcome back to the finale of Season 2 of our F1 2006 Championship Edition career mode. Yes, we're back this weekend here for the Brazilian Grand Prix. Of course, if you missed out on the video that went live from Japan, I believe that was back on Tuesday, I would highly recommend going back and checking it out. But yeah, we've reached the end of Season 2. We've had plenty of highs and sadly still a fair few lows over the course of this season. But there is a three-way title decider heading into this final race there. Fernando Alonso has exactly a 10-point lead over Giancarlo Fisichella and Felipe Massa. So all he needs to do today is either finish in the top 8 or pray that one of those two doesn't score. We're still locked in against Rubens Barrichello and Juan Pablo Montoya, as well as Jenson Button for P5 in the championship as well. So fingers crossed for us, we can try and lock that out this weekend. We've had yet another contract offer though come over the table as well. BMW Sauber, we have applied for a potential move to them ready for next year. A lot of you have said they're not a particularly brilliant team, but if we get Jacques Villeneuve off the Formula 1 grid, then maybe it'll be worth it. And as well, before we get into this, tomorrow is the start of our next F1 23 My Team career mode as well. We've got Lancia back, Porsche and also Lamborghini are going to be making their Formula 1 debut as well. That video will be going live tomorrow, or if you want to see it later on today, click the join button down below. You can become a channel member or join my Patreon, and there'll be a link to that video about an hour after this one has gone live. So yeah, I would highly recommend doing so. It would massively, massively help support the channel as well. But yeah, let's get into it though. Let's try and finish this season on a high. Well, that's a great way to start free practice, isn't it? A slightly slippery circuit here at Interlagos, and I've ripped a wheel off heading out of the pit lane. Well done, Matt. Right, let's see if we can actually make it then out of the pit lane in one piece this time around. Yes, we have. Just out behind our teammate there, and we've got someone all up my gearbox as well as we head down in towards turn 4. But yeah, back at Sao Paulo though once again. I feel like I've done a lot of races around here in recent weeks. But the weather effect seems even more extreme than normal at the moment. What is this? I remember back racing here last season then, we actually had some pretty good pace. Until I think it was Rubens Barrichello took me out on the very last lap, or going into the last lap of the Grand Prix. So we should definitely, hopefully, be in a fight this weekend. I must admit, although the actual track here at Sao Paulo hasn't changed much in the last 2 decades, I do kind of miss it, with the old pit lane entry, how much closer the barrier was through turn 2 and turn 3. This place, though, holds so much F1 history.
Welcome to Sao Paulo, Brazil, for the final qualifying session in this year's calendar. Session 1 is about to start, so let's find out who'll be making up the last 6 places on the grid.
Also, good news as we move into qualifying. Looks like the rain has abated, which is fantastic, because it was really, really difficult to try and keep this thing on the island otherwise. Oh, come on, Super Aguri, get out of the way. Big dive bomb there. And just at the last moment, I remembered back to the Midland last weekend down at turn 1, and just expected to feel some contacts to the side of the car. Well, I can't imagine UGED is too happy with that result, because I literally overtook him on the lap, and now we're going to get held up behind his teammate as well. Super Aguris, boy oh boy, I do not miss him. Good to hear that we're quicker than a lot of very, very competitive drivers. That's going to be a 15-1 though, so we're going to move the benchmark even more, and that should hopefully just be straight to Q2. Well, there we go then. There's making Q2, and then there's making Q2 by the margin that we achieved it by. We can absolutely finish the season with a victory here, as long as I keep it clean and tidy in the race, and I don't bottle the rest of qualifying. It might well be my last race for Red Bull. We don't know yet going into it, so let's try and put on a show. Well, Ralf Schumacher then on a 17.7 at the moment, so even if we have a few issues, we still should be comfortably clear of that when we come towards the end of this lap. I just love the old pit lane design here at Brazil. It was so cool. Cars darting in off the racing line. I know you couldn't have it now in Formula 1, but this place really is special. And that's not a good way to keep things going. We've got to get on with it now. Right, come on then, out of the final corner. It's felt like a pretty bang tidy lap up to this point. We've now just got this horrible section where we're watching the clock tick by. But, I mean, yeah, this should be us safely into Q3. Don't hit the pit lane wall. It's a 1:14.2. We are getting faster and faster here. And well, Fernando Alonso's time has just been blown out of the water. Well, Michael Schumacher then did get the better of his brother Ralph by the end of qualifying, but 4 seconds clear of Christian Klein at the end of Q2. If this is my final race for Red Bull, really now I want to win it. Well, I've been able to put a little bit of extra fuel then in the car ready for Q3. We know just how competitive the AI, they will get stronger in this final session against the human player, but yeah, surely this one with the advantage we've had so far, I don't want to get too confident, but it might be a bit of a foregone conclusion. Alonso, a 17.7 is the time to beat, as that is not the line at T1. Come on, BAR, get on with it. Don't get done for track limits. Down the inside we'll go. At the exact same corner we came together last season. Just one more sector to go though, and it's a really, really short one round here. As we try and keep it nice and tidy, nice and balanced. Oh, it's not been my finest. We're 1.6 seconds down on the time we set in Q2. But I think it should still be in the 1:16s then, which should be comfortably enough to see us up to the top there. Michael Schumacher on a 17 flat. Up over the line though, it is a 16.9. So a slight improvement, not a lot though. We were going to go for one more, but Barrichello has sent it on me. We'll still keep it fairly tidy-ish through turn 2. The lap's not over. Right, come on then, up through the final corner. This lap has felt much more tidy. We're still fastest of anyone at the moment. But let's try and make sure that we lower that benchmark. It's going to be a 1:16.2 there. It's a big improvement, and hopefully that'll be enough.
So there we have it. From 10th to pole, the grid order looks like this. We've enjoyed it. Hope you have too. We'll see you tomorrow for race day. Goodbye.
Well, of course, we've ended up with Michael Schumacher alongside us on the front row. But Alonso, remember, all he needs is P8 here, and he is going to be your new world champion then. So we're just going to be battling out with Michael Schumacher, I feel, this afternoon. We'll see how, the other 3 play it, whether they're going to sort of race safely or sensibly, that kind of thing. Remember as well, Ferrari can still poach the constructors away from Renault here. But I think, again, Renault need about 4 points to do it. We're just going to go out, have some fun, and try and win our 5th race of the campaign.
Don't go anywhere. We're only minutes away from the start of the Brazilian Grand Prix, coming to you live from Interlagos. They are serious about their motorsport here in São Paulo. They adore their heroes like Fittipaldi, Senna, Massa and Barrichello. It's another classic circuit, Interlagos, anti-clockwise, very quick, and there are several genuine overtaking opportunities. Conditions are just about perfect here today. Clear skies and perfect temperatures on and off the track. The forecast is also good, and we expect it to stay like this for the whole race. You have pole. Second on the grid is Michael Schumacher. Felipe Massa is in 3rd. 4th is Fernando Alonso. Row 3 and 5th place for Giancarlo Fisichella. Juan Pablo Montoya takes 6th. Button is 7th. Rubens Barrichello completes row 4.
Quickly though, before we get into this video, I want to thank all of the names you see on your screen. Without their continued support of the channel, none of the work we do here would be possible. And if you want to get your name featured on this list, you can click the join button or click the Patreon link down in my description below and support the channel from just £1 a month. You will also get access to weekly updates about everything going on behind the scenes, and also occasionally some early previews on videos. So yeah, a massive thank you to my YouTube members and my Patreon supporters, and let's get back to the video. Well, I'm hoping today then, with pole position already wrapped up, I don't know how many poles we've had this year, but it's got to be about 7 or 8, I think. Can we just try and get one more win on the board? Can we beat Barrichello to best of the rest behind those Renaults and the Ferraris?
Got a great opportunity from the front row of the grid today. Hopefully, you can bring the team a well-deserved victory.
Team want us to try and win the race as well. As we said at the moment, We don't know if we're going to be sticking with Red Bull next season. There is still a lot up in the air at the moment. The team want to keep hold of me, but of course, if we've got the opportunity to join someone bigger and better, then we are obviously going to try and take it here. But let's try and hopefully finish the season on a high. Make sure everyone knows just how good we are in and around the paddock. And of course, enjoy, savour this three-way title fight. Although if I win this, we are going to ruin it for both Massa and Fisichella, because they will have zero chance to take it away from Alonso.
Don't go anywhere. Turn up the volume and enjoy. Here we go. The race is go, go, go.
Right, come on then. Let's try and get a good start. I think Schumacher's done well.
Montoya gets a terrible start. There's nothing to separate them as they hurtle towards turn 1. And that's an incident down into the centre S. It's Raikkonen! It doesn't look too bad, but his front wing has taken a hit. He should be able to continue after he pits for a new nose. That incident hasn't ended his race, but he'll have to work hard if he wants some points. Ralf Schumacher was the other driver involved in that altercation.
Oh, that is so lucky. So lucky there through turn 4. That could have been us out of the Grand Prix, but we lost so many cars at the start there. You will have noticed the FPS that wasn't in the recording. That was clearly we'd had such a big shunt at the back of the field that the game couldn't work out what to do anymore. And I think we've already lost 4 or 5 cars from this Grand Prix. There's a few more that are way further back, lower down the order. But Schumacher then inherits the lead, as I just did everything I could to try and avoid putting the car into the wall at too aggressive an angle there. But cold tyres on lap 1. We have almost paid the ultimate price. As yeah, Raikkonen, I believe, is still running, but has lost his wing. One of the Toyotas is gone. One of the BMW Saubers, and I think, yeah, only one of those Toro Rossos has stopped. We've got another car down at turn 4, though. I believe that's a Midland, so it has spelled utter disaster.
Yellow flags in sector 1.
Look at all the debris. Look at all the debris through that first corner there. That has been a monster shunt.
The field looks like this. Michael Schumacher leads. Massa is second. He's up from third. You're third. Fourth is Fisichella. Alonso is fifth. He's lost a place from his starting position. Montoya's sixth. Seventh is Button. And Barrichello is in eighth.
Well, there we go then. My big rival, Rubens Barrichello, way down the order as well, but I believe we need second at the very worst to try and beat him by the end of the season. I haven't done anything crazy with fuel strategy today. I've pretty much just fueled the car up for half a Grand Prix. And we all heard Martin Brundle in the pre-race there saying no rain is expected. So we'll try and get a run on Felipe Massa then into the final corner. Massa there just giving me a big old squeeze. The AI, a car's width is more of an option rather than a given inside this game.
Half a second faster in sector 3.
We've gone and lost another one.
Faster the race so far.
Well, one of the Super Aguri is now looking to be pulling over to the wayside as well. So I think we're up to at least 5 DNFs already. And we're only starting lap 3 of this Grand Prix. This one is a real race of attrition. Come on, we've got to try and get around Felipe. Oh, no, you can't go there. The AI just will not give you the room through there. And we just remembered it right at the last moment. As clearly, yeah, this will be where the Super Aguri broke down, somewhere around here. Massa, at the moment, for whatever reason, is just defending for his teammate Michael Schumacher. Let's not forget, Michael, your teammate needs to win this race if he wants a shot at that crown. Alonso is only in 5th. Well, I feel that Season 1 of this game was really just about learning what F1 Championship Edition is really like. Season 2 has been a lot more about trying to hone my craft. And you can see, you know, we've still had a few really bad DNFs. I would argue, yeah, Japan last weekend, one of the worst. But we've certainly, you know, balanced that with a lot more highs than we saw last season as well. You know, 4 wins already in the campaign, looking to try and make it a 5th here today. But yeah, we've still got those Ferraris in front. I'm just waiting to see Alonso retire from this Grand Prix and then absolute fireworks kick off. Look to the outside, we'll dive to the inside of Felipe Massa then. Had to go for an aggressive move. And we are back up into P2 then. Next up, of course, as always, is the Michael. Oh, Michael's slow. Michael's slow out the first couple of corners. Down the inside, we'll have a look in the middle sector there. And, well, that was a bold manoeuvre, but it was a Michael Schumacher-esque manoeuvre on the Ferrari. We've got more oil down somewhere. We got another car gone? Surely not. They are dropping like flies this afternoon. Looks like it's... oh, there it is. Looks like it's none of our big hitters, though, out of the Grand Prix, as here comes Michael Schumacher trying to look for a move back past me. We'll try and just hold the inside line, cover it off, back up into turn 1. And we will just about...
This will affect the levels of grip you're getting.
Well, our engineer, they're giving us a lot of information, none of it particularly helpful at that moment. As Schumacher, we bang wheels with the German. We'll go side by side again down the Esquito de Largo in towards turn 4. We will once again hold off, will we? Michael looks to the inside, but we hold firm. And the middle sector is really where we fly. Well, lap time's still improving then early on in this race as we've built up a bit of a lead over Michael Schumacher. Tyre weather was looking slightly higher than I was anticipating. Obviously, we don't really want to risk ruining these tyres and potentially putting ourselves in a spot of bother. But I would quite like to lap whichever BMW that is. Remind them what they could have next season. Well, Felipe Massa then clearly went a little bit light on fuel yesterday in qualifying, trying to get that car right up at the front. He's the first of our front runners to peel into the pit lane then. But which of the BMWs is this? Is it Heidfeld? Is it Jacques Villeneuve? I really hope it's Jacques Villeneuve, just because I want to lap him, to be honest. Jacques Villeneuve, Michael Schumacher. We love to have beef with the pair of them. It is Heidfeld, though, I believe. But yeah. Oi! Hello! The AI, man, they are something else on this game as well. Now he's going to get blue flags. So he's going to have to let us by again anyway after that ridiculous dive bomb. Got more oil out. Surely we haven't lost another one in this Grand Prix. I'm struggling to keep up with who's actually still in the running at this point of the afternoon. Where is the oil? There it is. So we'll understeer our way around it. We've got to be down to about 14 cars still in this Grand Prix. I have never seen anything like it. Well, pretty much everyone then into the pit lane, except for myself and Michael Schumacher up the front of the field. So yeah, both of us actually went and set up the car a little bit more towards race pace. Hence why, obviously, when we got into Q3 and the full fuel went in, we both shot. I mean, we were already at the top of the leaderboard, but Michael Schumacher kind of shot from P5, P6 to able to join me on that front row. But yeah, we are going to be peeling in pretty much the end of this lap. Let's take a look then as we head into the pit lane, just how many cars are out of this Grand Prix then, as that wall is so scary when you're trying to pit in this GP. So both Renaults, obviously, are still running. Both of the McLarens still are, obviously both the Ferraris. We got both Toyotas out. A Williams, that's already up to 3. I just realised I need to focus on my pit stop as well, don't I? Oh no, one more on, go like that. I know the commentary is so bad whenever I do this, but it is what it is. 9 flat we'll take there. I believe that's a BMW out as well, as I want to say both Midlands and a Toro Rosso. So I think, yeah, we're running... well, I think, yeah, we got like 8 cars left running in this Grand Prix, as Schumacher did pit alongside me. I've got to be super careful on pit lane exit.
You now lead the race. Michael Schumacher is in second, Fisichella third, Massa fourth, Alonso is fifth, Montoya sixth, he's down from fifth, seventh is Button, and Barrichello is in eighth.
Well, there we go. Felipe Massa then now behind Giancarlo Fisichella, although both of them aren't going to win the World Championship, it looks like today. Yeah, Giancarlo would make it a Renault 1-2. Or 7 laps to go then of this Grand Prix. Apparently we're still setting PBs through Sector 1. But it sounds really stupid. But at the moment, all we're really trying to do is chase a few of those cars. Put them a lap down here late on in the day. But yeah, Schumacher, that gap's opening up by about a second a lap, I think, still. We have comfortably got the measure of Ferrari today. And that's good for Fernando Alonso, because it looks like he's going to be your Season 2 World Champion. Obviously lost out to Michael last year. Made Michael Schumacher in this hypothetical universe an 8-time Formula 1 World Champion. But Fernando is going to bag his second. Obviously, though, at this stage of the day, I don't want to risk it against all these lap cars, so I'm hoping they're going to kind of play ball and move out of the way.
Drivers are. You now lead the race. Michael Schumacher is in second. Fisichella third. Massa fourth. Alonso is fifth. Montoya sixth. Seventh is Button. And Barrichello is in eighth.
I strongly dislike the AI blue flag mechanic on this game. They really do just drive all over the road until the very last second. Come on, Williams. I don't know if that's... I think that's Mark Webber. What's he doing? Right, we'll try and switch him off the corner. Which we will do. Hopefully I'm not going to get dive-bombed, which I'm not. Come on, we've only got 2 more lap cars I think we're going to have to deal with here. But very impressed with Kimi Räikkönen. He was a good 20 seconds down by the end of lap 1. And he's been able to work himself back pretty much just outside the points. Because pretty much every other car lower has in fact retired. No! No, 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 no! Oh, I cannot believe that. I'm such a moron.
Okay, the crew's ready for you. Hit this lap.
Don't say we're going to throw this away with 4 laps to go. I am such an apocalyptic dingleberry. How have I got a puncture there again? Oh, it's going to be through this middle sector that we really struggle. The car will pull left absolutely fine. Right, though. Yeah, we are... Oh, don't slide, don't spin. That's the other thing. We cannot cook the engine and spin this thing. Just limp back round. We've still got a bit of a lead over Michael. We won't need any fuel. It's going to be a nice quick pit stop still. I'm so stupid. Right, basically every corner now is left. That's fine. We've still got about 10 seconds, I think, over Michael Schumacher. As long as we just keep it tidy through this final corner. We're going to re-emerge behind him. But it's a fairly quick pit lane then. Around Interlagos. We got another car breaking down. Don't know who that is. Oh, sorry, BMW. I've just got to try and keep sensible into the pit lane. There we go. We're in. So we're going to lose some places here. But it's not the end of the world. As long as we score some points, that's the big thing. And maybe, just maybe, we can jump a couple of cars as well before the end. But how stupid am I on this game? Come on, tidy pit stop, tidy pit stop. Just get 4 new tyres on. Oh, look at that, that's good. Happy with that, happy with that. 8.4. So no real quicker than if we had to put fuel in the car anyway. But heading back out, what position are we going to be down to? Have I just cost myself in the championship to Barrichello? Yes, it looks like I have. I set myself a goal, though, back at Magny Core of 50 points by the end of this year. We need to get back to 6th. Right, come on, go. We don't want to be 8th by the end of this race. I can definitely get Rubens, but I need to beat Button and Montoya if I want to hang on to 6th. I cannot believe I've accidentally put myself in a really jeopardising position. Well, this was pretty much the exact corner and lap that we came to blows with Rubens Barrichello last season. We can't have any mercy, though, with the Brazilian here. What's he doing? Rubens! Just go, man! Right, can we go right around his outside? No, we can't. What's he doing?
Final lap for race leader Michael Schumacher. Fisichella is in second behind him.
It's Michael Schumacher in first. He just started his last lap.
Of course I get a 6-second penalty as well there. Barrichello weaving around the road like a maniac, and we pay the price for it.
The current top 8 looks like this. Michael Schumacher leads. Fisichella is second. Massa is third. Fourth is Alonso. Montoya fifth. Jensen Button in sixth. Barrichello is seventh. You're 8th.
I cannot believe this. I cannot believe this. At the end of the Brazilian Grand Prix, we look dead set to win this thing. I've said all day long that we needed to prove to everyone going into the winter what we're capable of. And, well, Bottle Job 212 is capable of lots and lots of bottles still, apparently, in this game. But I'm going to say it. This time next season, we will be Formula 1 World Champion. We are going to do it next campaign. I don't care who we're with. I don't care what car we've got underneath us. We are going to win this World Championship here. But making our way through the final few corners of the Brazilian Grand Prix, Michael Schumacher is going to win here at Interlagos because I'm stupid.
Powers across the line to take top spot on the podium. Fisichella will finish the race in second.
Well, I believe, therefore, 4 drivers are going to cross the 100-point barrier by the end of the season. My goal was half of that, and we're not even going to achieve it here. 8th place in the Brazilian Grand Prix finale.
It's been a fascinating season with all manner of twists and turns to the story. It's been a wonderful journey for me and a real privilege to cover this season for you. With all the new rules and regulations, it's been challenging at times, but I think you'll agree what we're seeing here is a firm indication that the good times are back for Formula One. So all that's left for me to say is thank you for sticking with us and goodbye from all of us here at Sao Paulo, Brazil. We'll be back next year in the spring for another season of Formula One racing. Goodbye, and as always, take care.
Then 13 cars seeing the finish line this weekend. Klein, Trulli, Rosberg, Ide, Luizzi, Ralf Schumacher, Jacques Villeneuve, Scott Speed and Thiago Monteiro all failing to see the checkered flag here. But that final race means that Montoya will get the better of me there. We just hang on ahead of Jenson Button in the end. But it is Fernando Alonso, your 2007 Formula One World Champion there. We hang on to P7 like we said. Michael Schumacher with 2 wins on the bounce to finish off the campaign. Surely he is going to be hungry next year for world title number 8 there. Constructors-wise, though, I mean, we were pretty much locked in, weren't we, to P5 overall there. But Ferrari lose out to Renault by 13 points come the end of the season. Thank you all so much for watching, though, and as always, for sticking by with this series. I'm still a bottle job, I think I always will be. But next season, as I said, we are going to win the World Championship. We're going to take a couple of weeks away, but we will be back very soon with more F1 Championship Edition.